Ladies and gentlemen, throughout this course of the entire preseason and heading into the regular season, we've talked about a lot of things. We talked about Billy Donovan. We talked about the structure of the team. We talked about our offense and our defense and Zach LaVine, Larry Market, and Kobe White. A lot of things we talked about for the Chicago Bulls. But something that I have purposely not talked about as much as I would like to do is the young rook Patrick Williams, because I wanted to make this video specifically about him and whether or not he should be starting for the Chicago Bulls, not only in the opener, but also throughout the course of the season. So without further ado, let's talk about the young rookie Patrick Williams in this video right before the start of the regular season. Let's do it. What's up, everybody? It's the Aiden Sports Show and welcome back to another video. Today we've got a Chicago Bulls video in relation to the young rookie Patrick Williams and whether or not he should be starting for the Chicago Bulls throughout the course of the season and specifically opening day, because I have two different answers in my opinion that I think could definitely bring people to agree or disagree. It's definitely an opinion that could potentially have mixed feelings. But before we get started, please like and subscribe to the Aiden Sports Show YouTube channel. Turn notifications on and let me know in the comments below. What are your thoughts about the young rookie Patrick Williams? Do you think he's a shout for Rookie of the Year? That is a video I'll have to make eventually, because if he is going to keep on performing the way that he is, I don't see a reason why he can't be in contention for Rookie of the Year. And also let me know if you think he should be starting throughout the course of the season. Patrick Williams, he's had a fantastic start to his NBA preseason career. But preseason and the regular season are two different things. Now, in the preseason, Patrick Williams showed a lot of good things. He showed that he could shoot contested jump shots. He's a good mid-range shooter. He's able to finish around the ring. He's able to block and keep up with very fast defenders. He can guard 1 through 5 pretty much. He is willing and capable of shooting the 3 on a consistent basis. And also, this guy's only 19 years of age. So many positive things we saw from Patrick Williams in the preseason, and the future is definitely bright for this young man, and I can't wait to see his development throughout the entire season for the Chicago Bulls. But should he deserve a starting spot off the get-go? Well, obviously he would deserve it, but will he be starting for the Chicago Bulls? Now, Billy Donovan has said a lot of things about the rotation of this team. He said it's not out of the question to put Patrick Williams in the starting lineup on opening day. He's also said he likes Otto Porter coming off of the bench. These are things that we also need to take into consideration, as Billy Donovan has a tough decision to make as well in the start of the regular season. The Atlanta Hawks is going to be a good team to face. It's going to help us keep our level of play. They're a team that we're going to be competing for a playoff spot. So we're going to have to fight to see if we are deserving of that playoff spot as well. And what better way to do that is to go to the Hawks and beat them on opening day. That would be a lovely way to start our season. Patrick Williams has had a tremendous start. We've obviously saw some things that he would need to learn through the course of his years in the NBA. Obviously, his commitment to pump fakes is something that I've seen quite a few times. He does have the ability to turn the ball over. But overall, he seems like a young, steady rookie that is willing to do all the things necessary for us to win games. He's said it so many times before. Doesn't matter if he's starting, doesn't matter if he's on the bench, or if he's giving Gatorade out to the players at the end of the game. He will do whatever is necessary to win the game for the Chicago Bulls. Winning mentality, that's what you like to see out of a rookie. He started in the preseason in his last 2 games in the preseason, and he did phenomenally well in both of those games. We saw some decent things out of him. He came off the bench against the Houston Rockets, and again, he impressed off of the bench. So ultimately, Patrick Williams has more than enough to start in the regular season. But the opening night, I don't see Patrick Williams starting opening night against the Atlanta Hawks. And I know that might tick a lot of people off, because in the end of the day, Patrick Williams has impressed so many people. Patrick Williams has done a lot of things right to make the Chicago Bulls fans believe in him. And we do believe in him. But there are many reasons why I don't think Patrick Williams will start in the first game of the regular season. First things first, this is his first official NBA game. He's versed NBA caliber players now. He understands what it's like to be in an NBA game. But the preseason and the regular season are two completely different monsters. They're two completely different animals. The regular season is going to be 10 times harder, at least from what I'm hoping the NBA level will be this year, considering there is no fans. It should be 10 times harder than what the preseason was. And granted, in the preseason, we versed a Houston Rockets side that was hot from shooting. We versed an Oklahoma City side that made us look bad in the last game, but we still ended up winning. So the level of play in the regular season is going to be a lot different to the preseason. And we also are facing a relatively good side on paper in the Atlanta Hawks. So will Billy Donovan throw Patrick Williams into the fire? Which, to be honest, this entire season, Patrick Williams off the bench or starting will be thrown into the fire. Will Billy Donovan throw Patrick Williams into the fire and say, I want you starting from day 1 till game 72, and I want you to be the primary starter. I want you to play as many games as you can, and I want you to contribute in that way. To be honest, in his very first NBA game, I really think Otto Porter will be the starter for the Chicago Bulls. Now, again, Billy Donovan has always said never rule out Patrick Williams starting. And again, if he impresses enough in the regular season, which surely you'd think by this time he will, it's only going to be a matter of time. But at the end of the day, I feel like this is a very similar situation to Kobe White, where Kobe White spent a lot of his first rookie season. Granted, he was in the all-rookie second team. He probably was one of the better rookies in the NBA, considering he was a bench player for the Chicago Bulls. He spent a lot of his first year off the bench and working his way. Now, the difference is Jim Boylen was reluctant to start Kobe White. I don't think Patrick Williams is going to be a reluctant starter for Billy Donovan. I think if Billy Donovan wants Patrick Williams to start, he's starting. I don't care how young he is, how inexperienced he is. If Billy Donovan says he wants him to start, then he's going to start. So that's the difference from Kobe White and Patrick Williams. I don't see him starting off the bat against the Atlanta Hawks because I think experience will reign. But ultimately, that is one game. In that one game, I think Otto Porter will start over Patrick Williams. Over the course of the season, will that be the case? Well, this is something that is very, very interesting because in the end, ultimately things determining like the playoffs will be a very big thing for the Chicago Bulls. If we're in a playoff spot, I think we're going to go with the best lineup available. But ultimately, what is our future? Patrick Williams is our future. Patrick Williams will be here for the long term. For at least 4 years, Patrick Williams will be with the Chicago Bulls. And obviously will be more if he turns out to be the player that we all want him to be. Is Otto Porter going to be here next year, the year after that, 4 years down the line? He could be, but I don't think he will be. I think at the end of this year, there's a good chance if we don't pick him up on a cheap contract, another team will overpay with him once again, and he will go to them. So in the end, when it comes to our future, Patrick Williams will be starting midway, probably towards the end of the regular season, and we are in a playoff position. I reckon he'll start in the playoffs as well. Because at the end of the day, the future is what matters with the Chicago Bulls just as much as the present. If we're trying to make this player out to be a superstar, a player that can do multiple things, a player that can start, come off the bench, play 1 through 5 or 1 through 4, he's going to be someone that's extremely valuable to us. He is someone we picked with the 4th pick. He is someone that could be in contention for the Rookie of the Year. All these things considering, Patrick Williams down the line should be a guaranteed starter for the Chicago Bulls. But again, we have to wait and see on that, but that's just my opinion on it. That's what my mind is swirling towards. Patrick Williams will end up being the starter for the Chicago Bulls midway through the season. Maybe even a little bit earlier than that. It's all about the first impressions. The regular season, we're going to have to find out a lot about Patrick Williams. But the preseason, if that's what we're basing it on, Patrick Williams will be one of our best players this year. It's all about the versatility. It's all about doing multiple things. It's all fine and good if you could score a lot of points. You could take a lot of mid-ranges. But if you're blocking shots, if you're getting rebounds, if you're dunking and taking those shots and you're making the right plays, you're doing the right movements, in the end, those things stand out. Not only that, I really rate Otto Porter off the bench. In one of his best games for the Chicago Bulls in this preseason, he came off the bench and had 13 rebounds. In the end, this bench unit is not particularly the greatest at scoring. We have Arcidiacono that can make some shots. Satoransky could put people in positions to make shots, but he's not aggressive enough to take a lot of his own shots. You also have maybe Thaddeus Young, decent shooter, I guess. Like we have fairly good, okay players on the bench, but we don't have a fire starter. We don't have a person that will create his own shot, put himself in his own situation to score. Otto Porter is good at taking mid-range shots. He's good at taking shots off the dribble. He's also a good set shooter. In my opinion, the bench could really use a player like Otto Porter compared to the starting lineup. Because in the starting lineup, you're going to have Kobe White making his own shot, facilitating for other people's shots, and getting to the paint. Zach LaVine, we don't even need to discuss Zach LaVine. We all know Zach LaVine's going to get his shots. He's going to have corner shots. He's going to take shots off the dribble. He's going to find his way into the paint. We're going to have shots for him. Patrick Williams will be a person that, in my opinion, in the starting lineup, will take the shots that are open and will take the shots that come naturally to him. He's not going to be the main primary scorer. Lauri Markkanen is going to take a lot of threes. He's going to drive to the paint a lot, according to this preseason, and he's going to get his points. Wendell Carter will be the same as Patrick Williams, taking pick and pops maybe, taking open shots. We have a lot of shots to go around in that starting lineup, but our bench, we need some scoring power on the bench. So Otto Porter, in my opinion, is the right way to go long-term on the bench for this entire season. But for the starting lineup, I think it's just a bad move to put someone in a very hard situation to start in his first NBA game. But I'm very, very happy if he does start. I'm not going to say it's a travesty, because in the end, you learn from your experiences. Patrick Williams is a willing learner. He's been put through the fire and starting in the preseason, and he's done very, very well. So I'm not expecting him to do poorly if he does start. But I think for the first game at least, there is a good chance Otto Porter will be starting. That's my direction as well. But throughout the long term, we're going to see Otto Porter, if he comes off the bench, I think our bench is going to be dramatically better scoring-wise than it is. And that is a perfect thing for the Chicago Bulls, because I don't think the starting lineup will be affected if we're missing Otto Porter. That's going to be the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're new. Just a quick video I wanted to make before the regular season opener tomorrow. We got the Atlanta Hawks. Can't wait to do a game reaction on that. I'm not sure if I'll be doing post games, because at the end of the day, I live in a different country to a lot of the people that are watching this video. So timing and all that, it's not the best for me. So I don't think I can do pre-show or pre-game discussions, but I would love to do some game reactions, and tomorrow will be one of those days. It's also Christmas Eve for me tomorrow. I know the game's Wednesday for you guys, but for me, it's Christmas Eve, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, I'm going to be having a good time tomorrow, and it's time. Hopefully the regular season treats us kindly, and hopefully you guys are all going to enjoy your Christmas. If you don't celebrate Christmas, hopefully you just enjoy this time and in general. Thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful day. Take care and peace.